types of things that quite honestly, I think we've had to walk away from. And I just am grateful that I work for an athletic director here, and I work for one in Butler, who not only empowered me to do that, but it was the expectation.
And has the week forced you or made you have any sort of talks with your staff to reinforce things like that? Have you had any sort of meetings about this?
Yeah, no, I've been on the road. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you guys yesterday. I was on the road. So we have not, and honestly, in these last couple of weeks, we've not had a great amount of time outside of the weekends when we've had official visits to have a collective staff meeting. But if you're asking me if I have communicated with our staff regarding the expectation that they are in compliant when it comes to recruiting, certainly I've reinforced that. I don't think, I have guys that I have worked together with, so they know that's the expectation. I also have some new guys on staff, and there are other rules other than recruiting rules, right? There are other rules. So I think you can't ever assume that that everyone understands how important that is to the head coach. So I reinforced that. Listen, for me, it's the number one thing you can get fired. You'll get fired for is if you cheat. So I think they understand that. Laura?
Just curious on your opinion on this. Do you think that if an assistant commits a major violation, that the head coach should be held accountable by the NCAA?
Well, I think that certainly the NCAA has made it clear that this is different now than what it was 5 to 10 years ago. There is an expectation that the head coach know what goes on within his program in every way. And I can't obviously talk specifically about any situation, and I'm not here to be judge and jury on any specific coach or case because I don't know the facts. I know we live in a pressure-packed business. There are expectations for us. We understand that. And I would like to think that I have a good feel for everything that goes on within our program. I think it's an expectation from Jimmy that I do. But that may not be the case for every program. But it's been my understanding that I'm in some part culpable for what happens under my watch with someone that works for me.
On a happier note, some of your guys yesterday were talking about the big transformations that occurred with Coach Q taking over. I'm wondering if you've seen someone in particular whose off-season stands out in your mind.
Coach Q's been a great addition, and Coach Rich, I've never had a chance to say this, but I think he was fantastic for this program. I really do, and previous strength coach for those who don't know, and I really do. I mean, did some incredible things, and he actually texted me a week ago after a commitment. So there's no changing of the culture or what Coach Q has had the good fortune of is a good healthy culture there with guys. But I think anytime someone comes in, there may be a little bit of a difference in philosophy in terms of how they would go about things. And I think one of the things that has been a little bit different maybe for our guys is we have tried to get a few of them a little more lean. And I think they've seen that, and they've taken great ownership in that. They deserve a lot of credit. I look at JT and Kata as well, and certainly Caleb as three guys that Mike has transformed his body in the last couple of years as well. But those three guys in particular, I think have done a really good job in those areas.